Dr. Cade Brumley, the new Superintendent of Schools in Jefferson Parish, Louisiana. What is New Orleans composed? Is New Orleans in two parishes, Jefferson and Orleans, or is it all in Jefferson Parish?
No, Orleans and Jefferson are two separate parishes.
Yeah.
But Jefferson is actually split by the Mississippi River. So you have the east bank of Jefferson, which is essentially Kenner, Metairie, River Ridge, Harahan, and you have the west bank, which is Harvey, Gretna, West Wago, Marrero.
Wait just a second. So you being the new superintendent of Jefferson Parish Schools encompasses part of New Orleans or all of New Orleans?
Not New Orleans itself, just outside of New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah. Kenner and Gretna, run that list down for me
Yeah,
again.
on the east bank you'll have like Metairie, Kenner, River Ridge, Harahan. On the west bank you'll have Harvey, Gretna, Marrero. It goes all the way down to Grand Isle. So you actually have to leave Jefferson Parish, go into Lafourche Parish to get back to Jefferson Parish. So interesting story. I asked this question. So from my new office in Harvey, Louisiana, if I need to get to Grand Isle High School, it's a 2.5-hour drive.
God.
Or you can take the boat and get there in 40 minutes.
See, my sense was, I mean, I go to New Orleans a lot, but I don't really, the way it's broken down, you know what I'm trying to say. My sense was that you were going to a primarily, in fact, an urban school district,
Yeah.
and that's not the case at all.
It's partly true. So if you're going into if you're a Northwest Louisiana guy like you and I, and you're going into New Orleans, whenever you think you're in New Orleans, for the most part, you're actually in Jefferson Parish.
Yeah.
Until basically you get to see the Superdome and all of
literally
that.
the Vieux Carré exit is where it starts.
Right. Yeah. So.
But all of that before that is you now.
Right. Yeah. So it's extremely urban there, but then it gets rural as it goes south, and in fact, you get to Lafitte and Grand Isle and everything out around the Gulf, and it's fishing communities.
So not only do you have the exceedingly rural, middle of nowhere, the Cajun outposts. You've got, like, if you're familiar with New Orleans, Bonneville Avenue and all of that stuff in there. That's big city stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
How do those two have anything in common in the approach you take to implementing the Brumley plan?
Yeah, well, I think, kids are the common denominator, and effective teachers. Every kid deserves an effective teacher. And I just believe that if we do the work necessary to put the best teachers in front of the kids, we'll get the best results.
So what are the goals when you started? Now, I know you've got a plan. In fact, you kind of joked about it that you had, I guess, a little going away party a couple of days ago, something like that, and somebody made the joke that Cade's got a plan for his plan. Yeah. He's got a plan, then he's got the sub-plan. What's not necessarily the plan, but what is the goal? Yeah. What's the old line? A goal without a plan is just a wish. Herm Edwards.
Yeah. Well, people ask me, and have asked me over the last month or so in interviews and applications, what's your vision for the system? And I think the question is inherently wrong. The question should be, how will you help us develop a vision, and then how will you help us get there? And so I'll be soon introducing a 100-day entry plan into the system, which will be about listening and learning as much as possible so that I can come out of that 100 days ready for the 18-19 school year with recommendations of how to get better.
You are a self-confident man. I would my dealings with you have never come across as an ego-driven man. And the point I'm making is that as you are leaving DeSoto Parish, knowing you the way I do, I don't think you're a guy who would say, I did it, and I did it all. I know there's a lot of people that you want to say thank you to, in much the same way that you will spread not only responsibility but credit when you get to Jefferson Parish.
Right, Robert. I'm a school guy. In the first grade, I told my first grade teacher I'm going to be the school principal, and in fact, I'm going to be the school principal at this school. And 20 years later, I was blessed being able to do that. So whether it's popping popcorn in the gym or leading in a boardroom, I'm a school guy, and I never forget that. And so I know that the results that we've had in DeSoto are because of the quality people and the students and the community that have supported us. And so it's a very bittersweet moment for me to step away from that and step away from the people that I know are doing authentic, sincere, good work for kids. But I can only hope that whenever I get to Jefferson, I meet more people like that and have the opportunity to work with more people like that, and we can do some of the same good work there that we've done here.
No doubt you feel DeSoto is being left in good hands?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm working with the board at this point to ensure a smooth transition with whoever the next superintendent might be.
Congratulations. You certainly will be missed in this part of Louisiana, but you're a guy from here, so you'll be back often, and hope you'll stop in and say hello, and we will read about you all the time and your unavoidable success. How was that?
Well, Robert, let me also say as we go out, just allow me to always call this place a home.